So today we're going to be going over how estheticians, salon owners can grow their business without spending too much money running ads. Primarily we're not focusing on digital ads. We're going to be focusing on the physical, the more guerrilla marketing, the more in-person marketing you can do. So that's what I want to focus on today. What we did in the beginning, how we got started without spending a ton of money, how we approached local businesses around us, what we did with marketing materials with the clients when they visit us. So let's get into it. What's the story how we got started in the beginning? You want to explain a little bit how?
Well, should I start for the very, very beginning, or should I start kind of like halfway through?
Very beginning is a good starting point, but just go over how we got started on the marketing aspect of it, what we did.
Well, you're the entrepreneur, and you were the one that was kind of like, it was your idea to start the actual business. Now, I was a little bit scared to do that because I had never done that before. And you had told me that, because of your marketing background, you knew how to market, you knew how to build clients. I had already built not a large clientele, but a significant amount of people. And you just let me know that it would be okay and we can do this. And so when we started, we had maybe, 200, maybe 250 clients.
Yeah. When we first started, we had about 200, I would say 230 to 250 clients that we physically, you actually got their contact information.
Exactly. And so from there, basically what we did is we created an email list, and we started out with MailChimp, and we just started emailing everybody, letting them know we were, I was moving locations and I was starting on my own, and it kind of went from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you can tell a little bit more since it's your...
Yeah. So, from the beginning, when we wanted to start, we had goals that we first talked about, like, can we reach these goals? Is it realistic? Stuff like that. And then when we wrote it down on paper, then it made more sense to us. So, but I want to go to the marketing side of it. Is we had to allocate a certain amount of budget. So let's say we honestly didn't have that much. We saved up money, but we're kind of like risking it. That's why I always say save up to 6 months.
Yeah.
We set aside probably like a couple $1,000, and then your mom helped us. She funded us a little bit to get us started. So, but let's say you have $10,000 budget to start off with. You have to allocate that accordingly. So we wanted to focus it on digital and then in-person and physical marketing as well, that you do in person, guerrilla marketing or whatever naming conventions they can give it. So I had to allocate that. So when I did the physical part of it, where we wanted to approach salons, I had to make sure we had a budget for that and stuff like that. So that's what I want to get into. You have to be very creative on how you do your marketing.
Which you are. He's the creative mind behind it all. He makes, postcards, and he would go door to door. We'd, use our Vistaprint and just have, $10 off, refer a client. We had all these different ideas.
Yeah. So it's just in person, when you market from person to in person and locally, it's you're reaching to them personally. So that's very important. And then there's obviously the digital side, but we'll get into that later on in later episodes. But when we first got started, we did the give 10, get 10.
Yes, the referral program.
How powerful is that referral program? And then marketing aspect, how did it help us grow, in your opinion?
Well, I think people, if they love you, they will refer you, but it just gives them a little bit more of a push and incentive, a little nudge, So yes, they may refer you if they don't get $10 off, but like I said, it just gives them that extra added little like, ooh, I'll get $10 off my next service. And if they really love you, then they're going to just do it anyways. And then also it's kind of a thank you to them for referring the client. So that also gives their loyalty. It gives you value. All of those things. Yeah,
the give 10. So that's, you can name it obviously anything you want. Give 15, get 15. Ours was give 10, get 10. On the marketing aspect of it is they come into the salon, we perform, you perform the service, and then when they're checking out, you would give them the little pitch that we came up with. Do you remember? I mean, you obviously do it every day.
I would just say, hey, refer a friend. If you loved your service, refer a friend. Or a lot of times people, when I'm checking them out, they'll literally say like, hey, I'm going to refer all my friends to you. So I'm like, oh, hey, great. Here's a card. Here's a couple cards. Instead of just giving them your business card, this actually is a physical
business cards
card.
I don't think.
Yeah. But this is an actual physical card that like they can give to their friends. And then it's like, it's the, what do you always say? Like it's the, like basically when you give them that card, then they, they put it in their purse and then, they might forget about it, but then they're digging through. Oh, I have to call, instead of just saying, hey, go to my girl Naomi for brows. People have so many things that they're doing every day. They forget, it's like top of mind. That's what I was going to say. Top of mind. It makes it top of mind. It is top of mind. And it's not just that, it just, a lot of, I watch videos of marketing. They say, hey, you have to come up with a script. I think it's more organic. Oh yeah. I don't ever have a script.
Yeah. You don't want to, you don't
want to sound like a used car salesman.
You know what your end goal is for the outcome of what you want to do.
Yes.
But you have a conversation throughout your service so you can approach them organically. Oh, hey, like, and then you pitch it in, you put it in there. Hey, by the way, I have this give 10, get 10 referral, and then ours, the way it was, we don't use like we don't have technology behind it, so we would actually give them the card, write their name on the back of it, and then hand it to them. And then when the person brought it in,
then we would know
who it would be from, and they'll get their $10.
Exactly.
And it's cost effective. So I would print out I'll do a large volume. So the higher the volume you order, the cheaper, but it depends on what your budget is. So I think the first time I did it, I did like 1,500. I printed out and it was like $160 or $150. I found a promo code to get a discount.
Always gotta find a promo code.
So and it was 100. And then if you look at it per card that you're handing out, it's like 5 cents, 8 cents.
Also, too, if you just leave them right next to the
checkout, the
Clover, a lot of people just see it. Like I'll be like checking somebody out, and I'm like in my own brain, and then they're, hey, this is give 10, and then they, everybody
it's
loves
the way
it.
You market it too. So
everybody
when
loves
you write
a deal.
It on there, when you write the promo on there, they're like, oh, get $10 off.
I want to get $10 off. So. And honestly, I'm honestly, a lot of people that did the give 10 get 10. They didn't even come back for the $10, you know what I mean? Or they come back, but they forget, you forget, so a lot of times it's just.
You really forget to put it into the system, and then they'll call you and remind you, hey, I was like, oh, yeah. So we have it on our,
Exactly.
Give you $10. But that's probably one of the cheapest ways, most cost-effective ways to do marketing. When we first got started, you have to be very creative on your marketing. Some estheticians go and they leave postcards or some type of reading material on cars. They'll put on the windshield wipers, or on the door, and they'll go through parking lot to parking lot, and they do it. That's great. But I didn't want to do that because most of the time, you'll have the conversion rate is going to be extremely low. You're paying 2 cents a copy of the paper. It's not that much, but
not everybody's going to need a brow wax, right?
No, it's not that. It's just the conversion rate's low. They look at it and they throw it out.
Yeah.
And they won't even remember anymore what it was even. Sometimes they don't even look at it. They'll just be like, I'm tired of this on my car. So I had to get creative and be like, what's some ways we can do this? And one thing that came, why don't we target local gyms around the area? Like there's
Orange Theory.
There's Orange Theory.
Which is right on our street.
Base Camp. There was Soul Cycle. There was a bunch of, gyms and, stuff around us that I look at our target. So you look at your target audience, what customers come to you the most. And it's generally women, moms.
That want to look good.
People, they have careers around the Santa Monica area. So they go to the gym early in the morning or late in the evening, stuff like that. So I was like, hey, let's do a pop-up. Let's go and figure out how we can approach these local gyms and do it. So what I did was I sent out emails to them, to Orange Theory, Soul Cycle, Base Camp, all the places. At first I didn't get any responses back, and I'm like, it's probably not getting, it's not getting sent to head of the command, like top, the manager or something.
The command center.
No, head of the head. It's going to the command center. No, it's not. It's not reaching the manager, or like, it's someone is just looking at it and just deleting, like, oh, this is just another marketing. So I was like, I'm gonna actually physically approach them. So I, dressed up nice. I don't like my.
Put your three-piece suit on.
No, so
no, I think you literally walked in with a t-shirt.
No, I walked in with a black shirt, black jeans. You don't have to. Honestly, you don't. You're overthinking it.
Nowadays, you don't have to be
it.
like.
I just went in there and I was like, hey, I'm a local salon, around the area, and you have to build value when you speak to them. Like, hey, I'm a local salon around the area. I got a lot of clients that come in and they always ask about local businesses and what and I always refer them to you. And I was just thinking about, like, hey, it would be a great idea if I do a pop-up here and, provide I'll do a free brow wax for everyone, or I'll give a consultation or something. I think we did a free brow wax.
We did.
So I went, at first I didn't expect them. Like, I was like, maybe I'm not going to get a good response. So I went to Orange Theory, I went to Base Camp, I went to all these places, and all of them were like, yeah.
You know what, too? This was before, like, now pop-ups are really big. Like, people partner all the time. Like, you'll see, like, a Pilates studio with a whatever brow bar or whatever, that kind of thing. But when we did it, like, there were not a lot of those pop-ups.
No, we did this years ago.
So this is 6 years ago.
6 years. COVID threw us off.
Yeah. Just.
I'm not deleting that part out. You're going to stick with it.
We've been married for 8 years. I don't.
So, no. So we went. This was before it was getting big. So, I approached them and they were like, yeah, we'll love it. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And they're like, so when do you want to do it? And I was like, oh, I didn't expect you to say yes. Yeah. I got to go figure out what marketing material and how I can do this. Yeah. In a way I kind of knew already, but I wasn't like
fully prepared.
So I came back to him. I was like, hey, Orange Theory wants us. Base Camp wants us. This place wants us. This place wants us. I don't remember some of the names. This Pilates Studios wants us. And you're like, oh, wow, we should do this. I was like, cool, so what do we need? I was like, how do we get started? I was like, first of all, you have to make sure you're insured properly. Mm-hmm. So you have to get an insurance that, covers you when you go to different places and you do these pop-ups. So that's number one. Two is you want to make sure the client's comfortable. So I was like, hey, so what can we do? So how are we going to do this? And so you said, oh, we can get those makeup chairs. Mm-hmm. So we got one of those. And then I was like, what else do we need? He was like, we need a table. So we can lay out all our brochures, market all your marketing materials, get 1, get 10, get 15% off your first brow service.
We had like a raffle thing.
Yeah, we had a raffle, sign up and get a free.
We had water bottles with our names on it.
Yeah, so we went.
And we did this like just me and you. It wasn't like we're like a big company,
I went to, it wasn't even Vistaprint. I went to some local print runner, I think it's called, in like California. So I printed out stickers for water bottles, brochures, table tents that we had. Mm-hmm. I even print out shirts.
Yeah, we had shirts.
We had shirts
that
made.
Was the Brows by Naomi shirts.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think we spent a total of like $600 for the table, chair,
all this stuff,
all the marketing material, $600. $600, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good. You're getting good value for this. So we went there. And we did our pop-up, I think it was on a weekend, right? Saturday morning or something. Uh-huh. So we went there, we set up. They came to us all excited. Yeah. We made goodie bags too.
Yeah, we had little goodie bags.
That $600 already included the goodie bags we made. Mm-hmm. And then we put like, I went to, what did I do? I went to AliExpress and I ordered a bunch of brow brushes.
Yeah.
It was so cost effective. Like material, brow brush, and some other stuff we put in there. Mm-hmm. Not that expensive for us, but it builds value for them. They're like, oh my God, thank you for this. So we did that, went in the morning, we set up our iPad, we signed people up. Yep. Like we're booking appointments.
No, this is before we had an iPad. We had it was like a clipboard with names.
Really?
Yeah.
We had an iPad. When we first launched, we had an iPad.
We did have an iPad, but
I brought the iPad. It was a clipboard. What am I, head coach?
No, we did have a clipboard. I swear, I have a picture of it.
Well, we probably did have a clipboard as well, but
I think
we checked in. We checked in and out with the iPad, and at first we're like, now we're there and we're like, are we going to get any customers or like anyone to actually get a free wax? Or like some of them are going to be uncomfortable. They don't want to be waxing in front of someone.
Yeah.
They don't want to,
No, but people actually did.
Yeah, they came up like, oh, we're like, hey, we're giving free brow waxes today. You want to sign
like,
up?
I mean, who doesn't love a free service?
They're like, yeah, I would love it. So some people got it before. The only thing is when they're like, can I get it done after class? And we're like, you better not be stanky. No, but they're like, I promise you, I'll wipe down and stuff like that. So people came, they're like, after they did their cycling or whatever they did, they came to us, and then a bunch of people signed up to the point where like we had to turn people down. But then we had a marketing pitch.
Well, because I was the only one waxing. I'm by myself. He's just standing there. And the funniest part was it was like 4 hours long, and by the end of it, you're like, oh my god, my feet. I'm like, I do this every day, like 8 hours a day, bro. He had to sit down.
No, but it was funny because we didn't think people were gonna sign up, and then they signed up, and then I came up with a pitch like we couldn't get in. We're like, hey, I'm so sorry we couldn't do this for you today.
We're just right down the street.
We're right down the street, and if you come in, we'll give you $10 off for the inconvenience. And they're like, oh yeah, I would love that. So we took their information, we took their email down, and when I took their email down, we put them in our subscription list, and they get automated emails. Yeah. So that we'll always be top of mind with them. So you make sure you got to get all your ducks in a row. Like, hey, create a email campaign list where you sign someone up. So that's a drip campaign that you do. Yep. But we did that, and then
we did the same thing at boot camp or base camp.
Base camp or boot camp, and then the following week or following day we went somewhere else, and then the next week we went to somewhere else. We did this for like a month straight. Yeah. And
just to get our name out a little bit.
Just get our name out.
And then they obviously posted on their Instagram, hey, Brows by Naomi is here today.
Yeah, that's what we're called, Brows by Naomi. We were not called the Brow Fix yet. So they then posted us, and tagged us, and then we did it the same thing. We got followers from that. It just cross promoting. So we did that, and I think we got a pretty good clientele. Like we built.
Yeah, I still have some clients from that, like people that like text me when they see like pictures of I have like 2 girls I know of mine that they like when I post pictures of my kids, they're like, oh my god, Naomi, miss you.
Yeah, so I'm assuming we easily probably got like afterwards we got at least 30 clients from these pop-ups,
which is a lot.
Cause we got to look at it. And then one time, let's say average price of a brow wax, where I'm just saying based on our service that we provide, you can do, if you have a facial business, you can do free head massage or something you can do at these pop-ups. But I look at it as a value. So 40 clients equivalent to, or 30 clients, our price point is at $40 a brow wax. That's $1,200 right there from their visit. It cost me $600 to do all this. That's $1,200 from their visits.
Yeah,
and then you got to look at their lifetime value with their retention rate. Let's say we retained, out of those 30 that came in, our average retention rate right now is about 58%, 60%, sometimes even higher, depending on, what brow artists we average it out. But, let's say give or take 60%. 60% of that lifetime value, you got to add it up. That's, that $600 had made me so much money and then some since we did it. And then we did another pop-up a couple months after that, and we got another, 20, clients from that. So maybe even more. This is just what we can kind of like keep track of. Because some of the clients, we gave them like these these cards that wrote Orange Theory on it. So when they came in, we knew it was from Orange Theory.
Yes.
So we kept track of it. But some of them just came in and they didn't even care for the discount. They were like, I loved it when you guys were there. So that's that story in regards to how we, think outside the box on targeting your clients.
And it can be, I have to say, like, I am definitely like a people person, but I'm more like a one-on-one. So sometimes it can be intimidating, like going into a group of like, I mean, every time they had a new class come in, it was like, 50 new people, I don't know how many, 40 new people, just standing there staring at you, and you have to be like your own promoter. And it is a little scary and intimidating, but you just have to go for it because people will love it when you do it,
Yeah. And I thought it was fun.
It was.
I kind of want to do another one now. You're like, no.
Thanks for watching the White Chair Beauty Podcast. Today we have a 50% off promo code for all of our viewers. Type in the White Chair promo code at thebrowfixacademy.com and get 50% off of all of our classes. These are great tools to enhance your service menu, enhance your revenue, and learn how to do all of these services. In-depth training by yours truly, me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks.
The pop-up that we just mentioned, local businesses that we do. What other pop-ups, what other niches or what other businesses
Places can you like
can you do
market?
I mean, I can give out a bunch of them.
Coffee shops, bridal boutiques, wellness centers, massage parlors, like anything in the wellness space. It really
Farmers markets are getting really big.
Yeah.
So if there's a local farmers market every Saturday somewhere in your local area,
and you're doing brows,
wow. Go set up speak to the farmers market, be like, hey, I want to set up a shop here.
Yep.
You can either do it for free or get 50% off. Just be like, hey, this farmer's market, I'm giving 50% off today.
I would even just do it honestly. Like if you can do it for free and just show them that, be like, I'm new in the area. I would love your business.
Yeah. So farmer's market is getting very powerful. So you go
because people will love that.
Do that. Coffee shops. So here's one great idea. Go to a local coffee shop. It's gonna cost you money, obviously, to do this, but go buy coffee sleeves. And put your marketing material on that coffee sleeve. Go to the coffee shop and be like, hey, I'm going to provide coffee cups or sleeves, coffee sleeves for you for the next month. Are you okay? Like, I'm giving you free cups and stuff like that. And on those cups and sleeves, you put your business information, QR code, discount promo. That works. We haven't done that yet. But that's one thing I do 100% want to do with a local coffee shop.
We could do that here in Austin, actually.
Yeah. So go get a coffee cup, coffee sleeves, and do that with local businesses. And it doesn't have to be a coffee shop. It can be any other business, like a little small family-owned. Like, hey, I want to do your napkins. I want to do your cups. I want to do your, anything there. So that's when you do local marketing, and especially in your area, you're supporting each other, and it helps you grow because you're geo-targeting your audience. Another thing that I do is when she's at the salon working, I get a stack of promo cards. Get 15% off or get 20% off your first service, brow shaping service at the Brow Fix, and it has a QR code on it, our address, phone number, website, and then the coupon itself. And I walk door to door to door to local businesses based on what we just said right now: spas, wellness centers, anyone that doesn't do the same service as you. You obviously don't want to walk to a brow waxing salon. Yeah. Hey, can you give this?
Well, actually, he did one time. He went into a place and they're like, "We already do, bro."
I didn't know. I was like, your name didn't make sense.
It was. We thought it was like a hair salon or something.
What was it? It was what? I don't even want to give the name out, but it was a name that I was like, "You guys do brows?"
I would never know.
I would never know that you do brows, and I was like,
that can be a whole nother thing of how I want to do it. Yeah, how you market yourself.
Yeah, with your name and your name. That's what I'm saying. Your name is very important because people have to know exactly what you do. And they look at your name. So I go door to door. I actually meet the owners, and they're like, "Oh, you do? I didn't know. Oh, yeah, I heard of you guys. And you do small talk and you build relationships with them, and then
they're more likely to help you out.
Yeah, they'll like anytime I'll refer someone to you, and I'm like, likewise, I'll refer. And you grow. You got to grow within your community.
Yep.
These are little things that a lot of estheticians don't do.
No.
I'll probably say like 90% of them do not do this, or maybe even more. It's just, if you want to separate yourself from everyone else, you have to do these little small things. You have to walk to local businesses and hand out your brochures. You have to do pop-ups. You have to do, creative marketing ideas. You have to do digital marketing, which we're not going to discuss really in this, but that's something you have to do. You don't do this, you're not going to separate yourself, and then you're not going to grow. Your ultimate goal is to grow. Your ultimate goal is...
Yeah, if you just want to stay the same and stay flat, then
then you got to focus on your retention rate. So if you're getting customers slowly and slowly and slowly, you better have a high retention rate.
Yeah.
You better make sure that they come every 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Because if you're depending on new customers every time, you're not going to, it's going to be very tough on you in this industry. You have to, that's the two primary things in this industry.
Always be getting more new clients.
Is focus on how to get new clients and then how to keep those clients. Mm-hmm. That's it. If you focus on that, and then when you're getting the new clients, the reason I'm giving these, what I'm talking about today is I'm think of the cost-effective way to do it. Like this $600 made me $1,200
or more.
Just saying this is a one-time transaction mm-hmm. That came in. These postcards that I hand out to local businesses, I print out 2,000 of them. Cost me $180, and I hand it all out. Each one costs 3-4 cents. Out of that, $200. If I get 10 clients out of it, I made my money back. Mm-hmm. And then look at the lifetime value, your retention rate. And if you do that repeatedly every month or every other, say like Saturdays, I'm not, or Sundays, I'm not busy. On Sundays, I'm going to go and do my physical walking to, I'm going to go here, 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 here. Or I'm going to put this Saturday aside. I'm going to do my pop-up. And this is very important to grow. How important is client retention compared to getting new clients to you? What's your perspective on it?
Well, I think client retention is the foundation of a stable business. Like if you are getting repeat clients in the door every 4 to 6 weeks, you will have a stable business. And if you can't find those clients that are the reliable ones that are going to keep booking again and again, that's why we're saying you have to put in place like, you don't want the coupon person that's only getting, a deal, or you want that loyal clientele that will follow you forever. Yeah. And if you have that, you're golden. Like I still go back to LA once a month and I have a set of people that will always book with me until I don't go anymore, but they will always be there. Even if I only go every 6 weeks or every 8 weeks or every 4 weeks.
And then they're loyal. So
extremely
she
loyal.
couldn't go out for a couple months because
I had a baby.
We brought a baby girl to this world, but they went to our other brow artists. Yeah. You refer them.
And that's the thing. Yeah. They trust me to refer them to different people, but then they come back to me, and I've had a couple people that they go to my other girls because I'm not in town, but that's okay. I'd rather them, at least they're staying with the business, Yeah.
Yeah. I think retention is so
important.
I don't, it just makes me frustrated when I look at these salons and
that they don't value their clientele.
I'll walk through we were located inside Salon Republic or, different salons that we have, different areas, and we walk by salons, and sometimes I go and just talk to them, and they're like, oh, business is slow and this and that. And I kind of get an idea, not like I'm trying to sell them to, I can do your marketing, but like I want to know, what do they do? I always try to learn.
Well, you want to pick their brain to see if I can learn.
What are they doing wrong? What am I doing right? And then I can give them some help. I usually help them a lot. Mm-hmm. I'm like, really? So I was like, why is it slow? She's like, oh, this and that and that. I'm like, are you focused on getting clients? What's your retention rate at? They're like, I don't know my retention rate. I'm like, you don't know your retention?
That's the most important.
You gotta have to know like who's coming back. Like your booking system, if you're using a really good one that you're paying a monthly payment to, it gives you data. You got to collect that data and see.
And also a happy client is going to be your best advertisement, really. Mm-hmm. That's like free marketing right there. So if you have a client, a good retention rate, and those clients are going to be your best advertising as well.
Yeah, and that's the most cost-effective way is give them the ultimate service from day one and be consistent. Don't be like, oh, today I'm going to do good. I'm going to be amazing. Tomorrow I'm not.
Every day you have to
be consistent every single day, but focus on that retention rate. So, out of everything some of the things we mentioned today, if one esthetician or a beauty pro was sitting in front of you right now, what is 3 things you would tell them to do, this week, to help market their business?
Marketing themselves locally, you can introduce yourself to businesses around you, like we said, like a coffee shop, a gym, figure out the 3 places. Just, make a goal for yourself. I want to introduce myself to 3 places so they know about you. And
so they can refer people to you.
Yeah, and they can refer people to you. You could say, hey, I'm giving give 10, get 10, or we do 15% off of the first, service, whatever that may be. You can also hand out the referral cards, like we said, like go to Vistaprint and print out, an allotted number. Put a budget on yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can offer promos, like I said, 15%
You can swap promos with them.
Yeah. You can swap promos. So like with Orange Theory, what we did is we would hand out Orange Theory cards and then they would hand out our cards, which is great.
Yeah.
So those are 3 great, easy, free
the 3 things I would say
to do.
is, one would be, the first one you mentioned was I would go introduce myself to as many
Local
businesses in your area. Say, hey, my name is, I do this, type of business, and I would love for you to refer, we're a startup. I'd love for you to refer your customers to me now, and I'll do the same. And they'll either be like, they'll most likely be like, oh yeah, we do it, and then either they'll do it or they won't. But if you approach 10 of them,
like somebody's gonna.
The second thing I would do is I would do the referral cards. So that's not technically free. I said free, but that's the most cost-effective way to do it. Or if you don't want to hand out referral cards that cost 3-4 cents a piece, ask your client. That's free. Yeah. Using your voice and asking, like, hey, I hope you loved your experience. I'd love if you refer your friends.
Or if they even just say, oh my God, I love my brows. Be like, well, I'm still trying to build. I would love your referral.
Yeah. The third thing that would be free.
Oh, next door, those kind of things. Those are free, like we said.
The next thing would be, that's more digital. I'm trying to think of more physical. The next thing, you physically have to type on the computer. So you go on Yelp and you post pictures.
You could stand on the corner with one of those signs.
You got to pay for that sign.
No,
I shouldn't use the word free in there. Nothing's, you got to pay to make money. You have to spend money.
True.
Time is money. I value my time.
I think going physically introducing yourself, but you really should have some sort of marketing material.
Yeah, it's free, but at the end of the day, you
just budget that in.
Yeah, spend money to make money, but spend money wisely in a cost-effective way. Don't spend too much, because
Yeah, if you're doing
a
pop-up.
Cost of acquisition means like whatever it costs you to get one customer, let's say, to book an appointment. Let's say your cost of acquisition is $90 to get one booking appointment.
You're gonna be in the red.
You're gonna not technically. Yeah, in the beginning, if they book an appointment, you're in the red. Negative $50. Let's say it costs $90. Our brow service costs $40. You're negative $50. If your retention rate is 0%, you're done. That's negative $50. But if you have a lifetime value in the next 12 months, then you'll make a couple $100 from it. So that's the way to look at it. And then your goal is to keep them as a customer until you go out of business or until you retire. That's your ultimate goal. Why is physical marketing so effective in the beauty industry?
Well, I think in this day and age, it builds personal connection and trust. So a lot of times this world is very digitally saturated. Like there's so many, pop-ups and free this or offers or this or that. People are getting emails constantly. I literally have like 80,000 emails right now of just like marketing material.
Well,
and
you don't delete your emails.
It's because I don't. I'm really bad at that. I need to do that one day. But I will say a lot of people are like that, where they just get so many emails. They don't unsubscribe. And then it just goes into this, void of email, So if you personally introduce yourself and are confident in what you do, people will remember you, and you want to be remembered, right?
Yeah. I would say there's a lot of noise.
Yeah. A lot.
You're surrounded by so much noise digitally. There's, you might post on Instagram and your clients or they won't even see it because it's just so many people posting and it's so saturated, so much information going at once onto Instagram, TikTok, and all these places. So yeah, it's just too much noise going on in the digital world. And I think if you go back to traditions such as if you go back to traditions, old school traditions of actual physical marketing. I mean, if you obviously you want to mix them both together.
If you can connect with people, they will. And I think people appreciate that like so much more, because everybody, it's a text always, or it's always a, an email, or people want that physical connection. Really, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a lot of people do it anymore. They're just so into. I'm gonna post my before and after on Instagram, where
people don't have a person behind that. They don't.
But everyone's doing it, so you're not different.
Yeah.
So if everyone is doing it, if you're gonna use Instagram, you better be creative in that aspect of it. Of what am I gonna do? How am I gonna? What am I gonna post? Is it informative? Like, am I teaching my client something today, or is it just a before and after? So that's the digital side of it. But
we're gonna get into that next week.
Yeah, but this is the physical. The more, if you do it, you're obviously you're pulling ahead, because, like I mentioned earlier, probably 10% of people salons actually do it, or maybe less. I don't even honestly see any when I'm ever out. I don't, because I keep my eyes open, or I go to local places. I don't see any handouts. No. Cross marketing. I don't see.
Well, people get lazy.
Yeah, or they just overwhelmed, or they get nervous. I don't want to do it. It's not going to work. Or this is the cheapest way you can do marketing. Yeah. You can spend let's say you just put $1,000 into doing physical print ads. That will cover you for the year.
And you want to give clients a tangible way to remember you.
Yeah, like after brow laminations.
Your brand.
After brow laminations, we give aftercare cards.
Yeah.
Those aftercare cards obviously provide informative information on how to take care of your brows.
Those might go in the bottom of their purse, like I said, and then they'll dig in through and they find it. But then
there's a QR code on there they can scan, and when they scan that, then it goes to the website, and then the website gives them a promo, and a promo they book an appointment, or they get put back in a drip campaign, and we're always just like everywhere we go. I want them to see our name, always. Oh, Instagram they came up, email they came up. I saw them on the bottom of my purse. I did this. So you always want to, and you want to always do that consistently. Top of mind is in the marketing industry. That's one of the most popular words you'll hear with a marketing expert. Be top of mind, scale out, cost-effective way, figure out search engine optimization, all this stuff we'll talk about. But as for this, I think the most powerful way starting out to end this,
the easiest way,
would be the referral, give 10, get 10. Mm-hmm. That's the easiest way to do it. And then I highly recommend doing a pop-up. Invest $500-$600, get a chair, get a plastic. We got literally a plastic table and a Amazon table cover for like $60 for. Yeah.
Well, now you can get that stuff cheap from China, but
and tariffs, but
that's a whole other thing.
No.
But this was good. I think this was really good and helpful.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, please, we always forget to say this. We always say like, subscribe, leave us a comment, because we're just so into giving information. We don't think about share our information. But we didn't even introduce ourselves in the beginning. No. Oh, do we have to do that every time?
Probably.
Okay. Anyways.
Well, hey, I'm Naomi.
I'm Sasan, and the White Chair Beauty Series
podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, like, comment,
share.
Any questions? Email us.
Our baby's crying, so we gotta go.
All right.